This is the Show Between Worlds, mini episode 5. Just me talking. So, this episode's gonna be a little bit different because it's just gonna be me talking about my inspiration for this podcast. I am just gonna be rambling, so I don't know, buckle in. So, originally, I wanted to do some sort of, mixture of, Welcome to Night Vale and Hello from the Hallowoods, which, if you're in podcast circles like me, you know both those podcasts, especially if you're into gay podcasts. But they basically, I wanted to combine the news bit with the eldritch horror narrator bit. News of Night Vale and the eldritch horror narrator of Hello from the Hallowoods. Yeah. That ended up not happening because I found it hard to put myself in those shoes of that character. I have been listening to podcasts since 2017, and my first podcast was Mr. Creepypasta's podcast, which is just, a bunch of horror stories, creepypastas, yeah. But my second podcast that I listened to was Welcome to Night Vale, and that's what really sunk me into podcasts. I now have a tattoo of it, of the logo on my shoulder, which is very cool. I just love that show so much. It is inspired so much of my writing. And also, the fandom introduced me to more queer podcasts, which introduced me to more queer podcasts, which has solely become the only type of podcast that I consume, aside from the occasional history podcast. I have wanted to be a voice actress for a while, and, that's just been a thing since I've really been into anime. Okay. Yeah. So, anime got me into, the idea of voice acting, and then I was and then podcasts were something that I could just do with my voice. I kind of wanted to be an actress, too, for a bit. Mostly to be on Doctor Who. I told you, I'm going to be rambling. If it hasn't been clear by everything about my show, I don't know how to edit a podcast. I have literally been in Windows Movie Maker this entire time because I felt like I had a kind of a time crunch for this, and I couldn't be learning how to use Audacity and having to convert all these audio files back and forth, and it was a pain. And also, this is just a temporary place for the podcast to be. But yeah, it's been a learning curve. I've gotten better at editing audio in Windows Movie Maker, though, which is nice, I guess. Yeah. If I had to change one thing about this show, it would be I would have just... I think I'm a better writer when it comes to just text, and I'm not the best actress. I have never acted in anything. Well, I did when I was 10 for another school project, but still, that doesn't count. I was reading I think I was reading off a paper that was just off camera. I don't remember for sure, though. Don't quote me on that. It's been 12 years. Oh my god, I'm so old. But yeah, if I had to do one thing different, I might have just done this in like maybe a Tumblr blog or a Twitter account only. I don't know. You know, sometimes you think, I'm gonna make a podcast, then you go, this would have worked better if I wrote it as like someone just blogging their experience, maybe. I think that about does it for this episode. I think I'm just gonna close it out. The episodes that you have listened to, the show Between Worlds, were written, produced, edited, and acted by Rosemary Casciato. The title music is Not As It Seems by Kevin MacLeod at incompetech.com, and it's licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. And the ending theme is Windswreck by Myuu. Thank you all for listening. Have a nice day.